And we are back. Hell yeah, boys. We're back with another episode of the Square Table Degenerates. Today, we are joined by local Cleveland comic, Mr. Cole Clayton. How are you today, sir?
Welcome. Doing all right.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So to start out, we're to establish the ground rules. Now, this is a test show in a little bit of ways, all right? So how we do it, now I owe people 2 gummies from Super Chat and a membership from the last 2 streams when I was at work, because as you know, when I'm working, I can't do gummies. So here's them 2 for that. Now how this is going to work, all right? For every
What are you doing? Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's from
I get it.
For every $10, Cole's going to do a shot, and then I'll do a gummy, and Pat's going to either do a gummy or some British treats, either these Mr. Kipling's or a Jaffa cake. Because Pat can only do so many gummies.
I'm a lightweight. I'm probably going to do the regular cookies.
So, yeah, and the cookie will be, for a $20 Super Chat, I'll probably do a cookie. Because I don't want to do too many cookies. So, Cole, what's up, buddy?
And not much. Just grinding and doing the shit. Dude, I actually learned how to work on a car this week. Man, shit. So, I don't have enough money to fix a catalytic converter. So, I learned from YouTube how to reconnect it with couplings and cement. It was a very cool situation. It took me about 4 days because I kept doing it wrong. But yeah, shit, I'm very proud of myself now. You know,
well, that's the beauty of YouTube, man. You can find anything on YouTube. It's a great learning tool. It's not only entertainment; it's for you learning as well. It's
right?
Awesome.
What I love about that shit.
Yeah, we got this letter I got from Green Care. They're not a sponsor, but that's a dispensary up in Michigan. That was my first time there, and they gave me this free lighter and this eighth of weed called icing. I haven't smoked it yet.
Oh, yeah.
That was going to be my bribery weed in case anybody come in here and be like, hey, you got a lot of stuff that you owe me. I'm like, here, take this bribery weed. And they'll be like, okay, I like this weed. And then they smoke it. So, Cole, where were you born, bro? Give me your first 5 years.
First 5 years, shit. I was born in the NASA town, Clear Lake, Texas, right outside of Houston. That's where the NASA space station is. Spent there pretty much most of my childhood. Well, all of my childhood. First 5 years, I don't know, like I was just sucking on thumbs and shitting in my pants, and then learning to read in that time. Like, what do you like?
Now, what did your parents do for a living?
Well, that's a fun question. Nothing, actually. I am a spawn of a couple of like do nothing cunts. Let's put it like that.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, we got a new member.
Self-made.
So it's time to pay. You got to either do a Mr. Kipling's or a gummy or a Jaffa cake. Now, I got to do a gummy, so I'll do a gummy. Cole, you don't have to do a shot in this one yet. It doesn't meet the threshold yet. Skigo, we got to say hi to people, too. We got to say hi to people. We got some people in the chat. Oh, we got a question already. It says, Mr. Cole Clayton, what do you think of bullying?
What do I think of bullying? So that's an interesting concept. As a father, I have a mildly autistic son. So I know it's coming. He's 6. Hasn't really happened yet. But as long as the bullying, there's a line. You know what I mean? Some bullying is good. Some bullying is bad. I don't know where the line is. I haven't figured out where the line is. But I think being bullied, you learn how to deal with adversity, and you can't really function in society if you haven't been bullied as a child, in my personal opinion. So it really irks me when they're like, all bullying is bad, the cyberbullying shit, that cracks me up. I'm cyberbullied every day. Every day. I have 6,000 followers on Twitter, 5,000 followers on Instagram, almost 6,000 on TikTok. I'm cyberbullied every day. You really think that shit gets to me? Come on. I can't believe that the society of pussies that we live in today. But yeah, bullying, a little goes a long way. Let's put it like that. A lot can be too far. I will agree with. So there definitely we do need the people to step in, but maybe just say knock it off, kids. You know what I mean?
Well, the key to me is, I mean, there has to be some teasing. You have to be able to tease people.
Right.
You know what I mean, like if I tease Pat, hey, you didn't comb your hair. I mean, he combed his hair. I'm just saying as an example. But if I tease Pat and go, hey, you didn't comb your hair, and you're greasy, and your dad left you, or mom, and I make it very uncomfortable. You know, there's a line, but you'd have to push the envelope a little bit. But so it is a gray area. Like a lot of these bullying initiatives are not well thought through. They're just like, oh, don't talk about this person, don't talk about this person. And all they do is they push the shit underground. You know what I mean? It's like that in the service when they did the hazing at first. They're like, don't haze, don't haze, don't haze. Well, what do you think we did? We still fucking hazed. We just didn't do it in public. You know what I mean?
100%.
And
with the hazing too, like you kind of have to learn. You have to learn the ropes. You know what I mean? You have to learn to respect the seniority and everything like that, because that's a big part of a job, even a job. You know what I mean? Is learning who the fuck is in charge. You know what I mean? And earning it, giving yourself a reason to want to earn your stripes too. So.
Well, yeah, tradition.
The way I look at it.
You got to balance the tradition with new age. You know what I mean? Because not all traditions are good. I mean, back in the day, the boss used to slap the girls' asses all the time. They probably made them feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Honey.
Times change, bro.
Give me coffee, honey.
Hey, doll, let's go give me a coffee,
doll face.
I saw a meme one time that actually said, tradition is just allowing dead people to control your life. So, and I kind of agreed with it. It was like a very good point.
I like it. But there's certain traditions that I just love. I mean, as a certain person, so you know how it goes. So what brought you to Ohio? What got you from Texas?
Baby mama drama. Baby mama drama. Yeah, so I fell in love with a girl who I was 19 years old. I couldn't spot a whore to save my life. But the bitch was married, cheated on him with me. And I was like, oh, when that shit fell through, obviously, for obvious reasons, she decided she was going to move back to Cleveland because that's where she's from here. I was like, oh, well, I'm an adult and, my mom me and my mom have always had beef on and off. So, like, at the time I was beefing with my mom. So I was just like, fuck it, I'll just go to Cleveland. I want to get out and have life experiences and travel shit anyway. And 4 or 5 months later after moving here, I knocked her up. So that's how it goes. And here we are 7-8 years later.
All right, so that was 2013 or so.
2014 is when August 2014 when I moved up here.
Okay, so did you immediately start liking Cleveland shit? Did you fall into the succubus of the Browns and all the shit teams we got here, or do you still root for Texas teams? What's up with that?
So when I first got here, I was so anti Cleveland sports. I didn't really like because I got hit with that 2014 weather. That winter was pretty bad. It's really one of the worst winters we'd had since I've been here, honestly. Shit. So I was just like, fuck this place, man. This is a slow build. And just watching the Browns get shit on every year, but yet every year I see who I considered my family at the time, my ex's parents and cousins and uncles, all that shit. I saw them every year just cheer them on. And every year they would just take a dump. And it just, I don't know, something about that toxic relationship that you guys have with the Browns made me fall in love with the Browns. I don't know what that says about me, but and then the Cavaliers, when they won the championship, that was so much fun. I'm not a big fan of baseball. It was interesting to watch them get to the Indians get to the World Series, even though they lost. That was cool to watch. I'm not a big baseball guy. But ever since LeBron left, I haven't really followed the Cavs. I'm always been a Rockets fan. Through I'm a big basketball guy. So I think as far as sports go, I am a Browns fan through and through. I used to be a big Texans fan, but they're just as bad as the Browns. But I'm here. You know what I mean? So
So bad.
Oh yeah.
As bad as the Browns have been, my God.
Who do they even have right now? This quarterback.
Davis Mills.
not Deshaun Watson. I'll tell you that much.
Right. All right, we got a standard question here. So the Beatles or Queen? What is your favorite out of those two?
I gotta go Queen, honestly.
All right, you dropped the Queen. You go, Captain. Told you. There you go. I think Queen's leading in our poll. We're gonna have to go back and tally all the ones going back. So you're up here in Cleveland. What were you a comic then? What did you do for work when you first came up here?
Yeah, when I first came up here, I was, pretty much fresh out of high school. I had only been out of high school maybe a year or two. I moved up here and worked at Dave's Market as a deli clerk. Kind of just trying to figure out my way, because like I said, I came from a family of like degenerates. They would have jobs just to like fill space, but they didn't ever keep a job, and there have been drugs sold and shit like that, criminal backgrounds and whatnot. So like I didn't have any structure, or I didn't have any idea what I wanted to do. College wasn't really on my mind, so I just kind of went back and forth finding better and better jobs. It wasn't until about 2016 where I was like, I kind of want to do stand-up, when I was watching Jim Jeffries, the Australian guy, doing Freedom, his set, and I was just like, I could do that. Like, this dude, he's funny, but like, I'm funnier than that. Like, and then I just slowly built up the courage to get up on stage, because that took a while, to be honest with you. So no, I really only been a comic for about 2 years.
All right. So what was your first comedic inspirations nationally, not locally here, but nationally, would you say?
My first true inspiration was probably the Kings of Comedy, because my mom was always watching them when I was little, like Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hewley, Steve Harvey. Who else? Oh, Bernie Mac. Yeah, so probably those guys. I wouldn't say they have as active of an influence on my style, because I think probably my favorite comedian is Bill Burr, and then maybe Dave Chappelle. But my first realization of what stand-up comedy was, and just being funny in general, was the Kings of Comedy.
Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle are probably my two favorite comics on the scene today. I can't really think of any two other one. I mean, national wise at least. But I can't think.
I read a post that somebody said that they're like the Magic Johnson and Larry Bird of comedy. And I was like, I can't disagree with that.
Right, no, it's actually really good right there. I like
that. Really, who is there right now? That's on in their prime.
Bill Burr just dropped a new special too. I was watching the first little bit.
I heard that. I was listening to his podcast this morning, and he said he dropped one, so I got to go check that out.
He drops a lot of shit, man. He knows how to do his market. That's where you want to be as a comic eventually. Is to where you just do like shows like this, and you're making fucking lots of money. Mm-hmm. I mean, I see guys like there's that dude from Cypress Hill, Be Real, and he does a show just like this. Sits around, smokes weed, talks to people. And man, he's got
a musician.
People. Yeah, he's got like 500 people just waiting before he even starts. He's got 1,000 people in the chat, dude. That's where it's at right there. That's where you want to be, man. That's where you want to fucking be. So where did you first who did you call? Did you email Bill Squire? Where did you first do your mic at? What first mic did you get your feet wet in it, essentially?
Chris Kettler over in Akron. He hooked me up. Okay. I won't go into details, but yeah, we're not really on speaking terms anymore. But yeah, I mean, I do owe him that much that he did put me on for the first time. So
yeah, for those who don't know, because nobody's really privy to the Cleveland comedy drama, because nobody cares except like 4 people.
Right.
Well, there's this guy named Chris Kettler, and there's this comedy club called the Funny Stop down in Cuyahoga Falls, and he doesn't have the best reputation for it here. I don't know. I've only talked with the guy like twice in messages, and not even in messages, not posting. I have no idea. But I mean, to tell you where he's working with, he was involved with Buff Bagwell, and you guys know the Buff Bagwell news over the past couple weeks. So take at it for what you will, man. There's some shady people in this business, Cole. Like, there's some people who seriously don't give a fuck.
It's crazy too. At such a low level, you know what I mean? You think, okay, I'm not gonna deal with any snakes or slimy people until like if I ever hopefully make it to like Hollywood first, you know, before I see my first snake in the grass. No, like week 2, you know what I mean? Like already getting ripped off and taken advantage of and talked shit about.
Right, and it's crazy because that was one of Pat's better sets, I think, was down at the Funny Style. Remember that when you did a set down at the Funny? He's only done like 5 mics, maybe.
5, yeah.
But the one down there was one of his better ones. And I think I said fuck or whatever, and I didn't care. I mean, whatever. Ah, shit, the internet dropped. Oh, internet's back. Our internet's a little choppy. Sorry if you guys can't hear us. But yeah, I said fuck. I think I tanked because it's like, I mean, the winning a prize is like you had to come back and do another show for free. I don't know how much of a prize that was. You know what I mean? So that's why I just didn't really give a fuck at that point. Whatever. Oh boy, I ain't got to drive an hour. The gas is fucking $9 a gallon.
That's what the thing was too. Well, I did the Funny Stop one time because so many comedians, you got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it. Fine, fuck it, I'll do it. But the whole time I got heckled. The whole fucking time, I was just sitting there fucking arguing with hecklers. So I was just like, I'm never doing this fucking place again. But, yeah, their whole, if you haven't been here before, you got to do clean work. Bitch, I'm not a clean comic. Like, my sense of humor is strictly based off of how I react to a dumb situation. I explain my story, what the fuck was happening, and then it's my dumb face and my dumb mouth reacting to the situation, because otherwise the story is not funny at all. So I can't tell a clean story. You know what I mean? This is not. What am I gonna tell puns and shit? You know.
Well, I'm the same way too. Do you know what we just talked about the other day? You know, do you want to? Do we do clean comedy? No, for the simple fact that I want the option. I could do 9 hours probably not swear. I've done this whole show. We probably said fuck once or twice, but it's like to have that stupid proviso over it's fucking ridiculous. I ain't got time for that shit. Oh, we got a question from Captain. He's in the UK. He says, Cole, do you rate any British comedians? You know any current British comedians you follow?
Give me 1 sec.
All right, he's got an issue. He's a dad and he has custody, so he had a question from his progeny, his child, I think. So she probably needs.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I had a dad question to answer.
Okay.
I actually do. I actually really enjoy Russell Brand, who is I like his I guess not his non-comedy stuff. I like his view on politics and things like that, because he's very fight the system, which is kind of where I'm at a lot of times. You know what I mean? Fight I don't even know how you put it. Like just stop with the societal norms, because a lot of the societal norms is just getting ridiculous lately. And then there's who's the one fucking the one that does all the real dark shit. I can't remember his name. He does fuck, I can't remember his name. He wears the suit all the time.
I know who you're talking about because I've heard the guys talking about him, but I've only seen him like once.
He did a roast. He did a roast not too long ago.
Bro.
I can't remember his name, but he's fucking hilarious. I would, if somebody said his name, it would immediately I would pop you like I'll be like, why didn't I know that? But yeah, I guess Catherine Ryan, who she's technically Canadian, but she lives in the UK. She has a kid with a Brit. She's fucking hilarious for a female comic. She I don't want to shit on female comics, but you know how it goes. So like she's top tier for a female comic for sure. She has a very effeminate point of view, but she breaks it down so that men can understand what she's like, kind of her point of view. So I dig her too. So those are probably my 3 favorite Brit comedians. Now I might know of some that I'm not even thinking of that I may not even realize they're British. So, tell me who you think. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, beyond like a couple guys, it's real. I don't really watch much stand up, and that seems kind of hypocritical. But me and you have talked about this before. Messenger, it's like you don't want to. Maybe it was me and you. I don't know. I talk to so many fucking people, but like you don't want to cross pollinate your material with
right.
Shit,
I guess I should have made that clear. I have not really, except for maybe a couple of like the ones that blow up, like the Dave Chappelle one that everybody was talking about not too long ago. I really haven't watched too much stand-up since I got into it. Just like the legends. I used to watch that shit religiously before I got into it because I was trying to learn about the art. But yeah, for the most part, no, I just keep to myself because you never know when somebody else's idea is going to slip into your head, and then you're going to be accused of stealing a joke.
All right, Jimmy Carr was the guy's name, I think is what we're saying. Okay.
Yeah, Jimmy Carr. That's exactly who it is. Yeah, I love him.
Robin says she likes Taylor Tomlinson. She has some specials on Netflix. I'll have to look that up.
She's funny. She's hilarious, dude. Like, I don't even want to put her in like the female comics. She's actually like she can keep up with the guys. She's hilarious. Definitely check her out.
All right, we got a question from, hold on, Lex. He says, Cole, what made you decide to become a comedian? It was kind of next in the thing, almost.
Honestly, it was just like I could never be serious in a serious situation. Like, I'm cracking jokes at funerals, so everybody's like, can you just chill, like, so sitting there. My baby mama was pregnant at the time. We watched a lot of stand-up together because, like, pregnant women don't ever want to go do much. So we just chilled on the couch and watched stand-up because that's one of the few things that we actually got along about. And eventually I just was smoking. I smoked so much weed while she was pregnant too. Not her, me. But so I probably just sitting there with a high thought like, oh, I should go on stage. So yeah, that's pretty much the story there. Not anything spectacular.
Well, there comes a time when you're out there watching comics and the jokes that they're telling. Sometimes you're just like, I don't know. I don't know about this guy here. I don't know. We may have to raise that bar a little bit. To be honest,
especially at open mics.
Oh yeah, dude. That's the thing that motivates me a lot of the times is that. By the way, we're still doing shots and gummies for super chats if anybody wants to oblige. But the major motivating factor for me in a lot of this, bro, is that I just can't sit by in a world where they pass off things for entertainment that are called entertainment and people are paying money for that. I just feel the need to entertain, and I'm not trying to sit here and say I'm better than some of these people. But I mean, my goodness, you just can't talk about the same 4 things. And I mean, how many fucking Kim Kardashian ass jokes are they gonna fucking tell? I mean, it's fucking stupid. Some of these people are cookie cutter, bro. It's annoying. It's fucking annoying.
And that's why I can't get with the woke culture either, because like if you keep telling me what I can't say, then eventually I'm gonna run out of things to say. You know what I mean? Now I can understand there is a line on certain things, but quit telling me what I can, like there's like 3 things I can't say. There's like 3 things that I can't say, and I'll agree with you there. Past that, you can't tell me that I can't joke about those 3 things. I can't say those 3 things, but I can joke around them. Like for instance, the funny thing about the N-word is we don't worry about the N, we worry about the A and the R. You know what I mean? It's a funny joke, But I can't say that word, but I could tell the joke. You thought it was funny. So stop telling me what I can and can't joke about.
It's funny when you read the YouTube things like the advertisers do. They say you can generally say words, but they don't say 3 words, and they bleep them out in the middle. They put the N word, the R word, and the F word with the double G's in it. The 3 words you don't, the troika of words you don't want to say on YouTube are those three.
And the C word too, right?
No, you can say the C word
Oh,
because
really?
a lot of the Brits and stuff like that's totally different.
Oh,
there.
that's true.
I mean, you don't want to.
Yeah, I say the C word all the time. Shit.
You don't want to put it in your title of your show. You don't want to do that. But if you just talk about it, yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Totally fine. We had another question. We had a question from Shar. She says, Cole, do you like the Beach Boys, Beatles, and UB40? Basically, what kind of music do you listen to?
Shit, I would probably this sounds like I'm shitting on the Beatles, but I gotta go UB40 over the Beatles. I don't really listen to the Beach Boys. A lot of this stuff is like way before my time, so it's not that I don't like it. It's just I haven't really been exposed to it much. I do enjoy the Beatles, but UB40, I really, really love their shit. Honestly, I don't know, they make me want to drink wine and chill. So
red wine. Whoa,
yeah, they're very, very reggae, man. Well, I had a lot of pothead friends over the years, so like we went to a lot of Marley fests and listened to UB40. So
Don, give me a minute. I'll get you. I just got to get up Facebook. Give me a minute. Captains, we were just talking about this. Will go along the lines of what you can and cannot talk about is comics. Now, my opinion is you got to read the room for sure. I mean, it's a shit thing to say, but I mean, if you're in a room full of certain people, certain things you probably do and probably don't want to talk about. You know what I mean? But in general, if you're a decent comic who could talk in certain ways, you should be really able to talk about anything. Like Cole said, even at least joke about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm not gonna tell a rape joke where, I'm raping people, but there's funny concepts involved in rape jokes. I had one. Oh, I know what it was. God, I gotta think of this joke. I know what it was. Here it goes. It goes something like this, basically. It's about Deshaun Watson, and I'm sick of people calling him the rapist. That's making bad rape. People who are out here raping every day look really fucking bad, okay?
That's terrible.
The delivery was bad. That's the concept.
The whole thing is bad.
The whole thing is bad. But I mean, you could, if you're shocking and you joke about it and you say, okay, I'm going to tell a fucked up joke, guys. You ready? Do you want to hear it? And then if you pull back a little, like, no, I'm not going to tell them. They're like, oh, go ahead. They want to hear it. If you set them up, I think you could do it. I think you could really talk about anything. But I mean, there's a little bit of reading the room involved, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying, Cole?
well, yeah, the fucked up thing about the Deshaun Watson thing too is he was paying to have a masseuse that he could sexually assault. Where there are women out there getting raped for free. So, at least he was, throwing some money at him a little bit.
Well, it's the whole thing is it's like the NFL. I mean, they're going to try to judge a black man in America. A bunch of white guys are going to try to judge a black man with no physical evidence. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like the whole thing was there wasn't enough evidence to. I think even he wasn't even charged. Even
he wasn't even indicted, bro. He wasn't even indicted.
Yeah.
They presented the grand jury. And they're like, nope.
It was just a bunch of women saying some bullshit, as far as I understand. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, y'all didn't have enough evidence to be bringing this shit up. So I'm sorry, but I'm a firm believer of innocent until proven guilty. And if you don't even have enough shit to charge the guy, to even indict the guy, then what the fuck is the NFL even talking about? We should suspend him. Bro, you can't even prove it happened. It's just, as far as we know, it was just some dumb shit that just people were just piling on trying to sue the motherfucker. Because what happened? He settled all of his fucking disputes. They all got fucking paid. I hate to say it, but if I could come up with some kind of bullshit where I could get sue some motherfucker and get paid, get a nice payout, I'd do it too. So the NFL needs to leave it the fuck alone and let that motherfucker play so I can see these Browns win for the first time in my goddamn life.
Would you rather get raped? Would you get raped by Watson or Wasby? At this point, probably Watson, just because he probably pay more attention to detail. Cosby's an old fucking and he's half blind, dude. I don't want to fuck Cosby touching me, bro. I don't want Cosby touching me. I mean, if I'm being real,
I don't know though. I gotta go Cosby because for the Deshaun Watson's like juiced up and like just full of testosterone from being in his prime. Like, I think the kid's my age. He's 28. So like, he's got a hard dick. You know what I mean? Where Cosby's like in his 70s, he probably can't even really get an erection. If anything, he's just gonna tongue my butthole.
Right.
So,
Maybe just like
it might feel good.
A mushy noodle getting pushed up against your asshole probably doesn't feel really that bad comparatively, I guess.
It'd probably make you laugh, especially when he's like a zoo in the background.
Kevin said Cosby be more gentle. Webb says gotta grab some more pudding pops. Well, goddamn, I had a point about I got thrown off by the Cosby joke. I was gonna make a point about this. Oh yeah, at the end of the day, my favorite thing is two things. They dropped the fucking HBO special right in the middle of the investigation. Hello, agenda much? Also, fucking, you got people watching this special and then I got trauma. That's not how it works. You don't get selective trauma. I don't go watching fucking, Saving Private Ryan. Okay, you know what? The war did bother me. I'm gonna go file a claim. That's not how it works. You know what I mean? Fuck right out of here.
Dude, I can't with these fucking I don't even know what to call them. They're just the mental health nuts, where they're like, "Oh, you got to check on your mental. Everything's a thing. Everything's traumatic, and you're gaslighting me." It's like, dude, every single thing doesn't need to be labeled. Sometimes just people are people.
People go back, and Bill Burr talked about this latest special about how they were trying to get rid of John Wayne and cancel people. But you can't cancel people judged by the things of their time. Like, if everybody watching this was alive in 1850, they wouldn't be, out there in the Underground Railroad helping, Harriet Tubman get people here and there. They'd probably be, fucking with their horses or doing whatever 1850s people did to get by. The selective outrage is so fucking stupid, bro. It's ridiculous.
It really is, too. That's an interesting sketch idea, too. Just cancel culture during, like, the Civil War.
Right? They bring it up. Maybe if people are under the Civil War, fucking use the times of, like, oh, we got to judge on biblical times and shit, and then they do all kinds of other stuff. I mean, it's
yeah,
like,
could you imagine if they canceled Jesus?
Well, I just saw a meme about that. It was like Jesus standing there. He's like, it's like feed everybody, or healthcare for people. And it's like, get him. This is America. Work for it or something. It's great. The pre-offended era.
I feel go ahead.
Yeah, it's like you have to. The thing that people don't talk about is reverse mental health, and that's a weird concept. But like people like you, people like me, people like Squirrel, a lot of I would say 60 to 70% of Americans who aren't offended by every fucking thing that says. We want to be able to talk freely without worrying about your little pronouns and everything else. I don't know. Just that's a line that nobody's gonna cross. And let me tell you something: people who are like over 80, they're not gonna change. They're not going to change ever. They do not give a fuck about your personal.
Let them be that way too. They only got like 10 years left on this earth. You know what I mean? Just let them be.
VidCon. Now, VidCon is an interesting concept. Are you familiar with VidCon?
I am not.
It's a thing out in LA, and I guess TikTok was like the big advertiser of it this year. And I ranted earlier today about TikTok and how it sucks. But yeah, TikTok is kind of fucked in terms of how they operate. Now, I know you got a TikTok, I think, right? Well, you're younger, so that's your generation more, no?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a little younger than me. It's mostly people that are in their early 20s and like, late teens. But, like I am garnering a little bit of success from it.
Okay. Now, does any of the TikTok translate to people coming over to other platforms for you or no?
Oh yeah, actually, because I just started my TikTok about a year ago, and a lot of people came over from my Instagram and my Twitter just to see what I was doing. Because a lot of my stuff I was uploading on YouTube, because I do funny sketches and whatnot, but I wasn't getting a lot of hits on my YouTube channel because I only have like 100 subscribers. So I'm only getting maybe 50 views here or there. So when I transferred over to TikTok, everybody was like, "Oh, he's funny on Twitter." Most of what's on my Instagram is just my tweets. So my Instagram, my Twitter are pretty much the same thing. So a lot of people from Instagram, a lot of people from Twitter are like, "Oh, he's funny. Let's look at his videos." And that's it. My TikTok has blown up quite a bit over the past year. So
Robin said something. Oh, I gotta go back up to Robin's comment here. This is great. Oh, here we go. She said it was annoying. It did a mental health booth for these streamers. Here's what people don't understand about entertainment. And I'm going to lecture some people right now. Entertainment is a privilege. If you're an entertainer, it's a privilege to do so. You have to sacrifice at the highest level. That's the way America works. If you want to get to be the best, you have to sacrifice until you get there. That means giving up some things you might want to do. You can't do this part-time and expect to succeed if you're not, previously famous. You have to put in some time. You have to put in the effort. Your mental health is a fuck, whatever. If your mental health is out there and you got anxiety, panic attacks every 2 days, this isn't for you. Your audience doesn't care. I mean, you can maybe get 1 or 2 streams of sympathy out of it. But at the end of the day, if you're sitting up there complaining about your anxiety and depression, if you have it, that's fine. People have it. It's issues. Get that taken care of, then come back. You got to keep your personal problems off the screen, at least the basic shit. You do.
100%. Or be willing to share your mental health issues with everybody. It's either all or nothing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
you be public with it. Like when they turned down my monetization appeal, I went live that time. It was 4:30 in the morning. I was hot. That's probably the most hot you're ever going to see me. I do not get mad. I'm a pothead now. When I drank, who knows? I punched holes in walls. It happens. I'm a Browns fan. You know what I mean? But when in the pothead, in the Joey Eddles pothead era, that's the most anxious and violent you're going to see me is right there. And other than that, if the time I would hang it up, I'd just say I'm done. I'm like, all right, I can see my YouTube anymore. I'm not going to half-ass the shit. It's a privilege for people to come on here and talk to us. And so many people, they want to, they want to get the famous route. We were in an American Idol kind of fucked everything up because nobody wanted to put in the work anymore. They just want to enter a contest and go. And I know it's hard for musicians right now. For musicians, it's impossibly hard. But you got to adjust your model. I mean, we're not out here selling CDs anymore. Can't just fucking print a bunch of CDs, sell them out of a trunk and go. That model's over. It's a streaming service. You got to find other ways. Is it fair? I don't know. But, that's the way of the world.
I got to say, maybe this is just the millennial in me, but I actually am glad that we did away with CDs and went straight to singles because I was getting real tired of paying $20 for a CD and I only listened to maybe 2 songs on it and they didn't advertise any of the other songs on it. So you just stuck with this whole ass CD. When I can buy, I don't even really got to buy a song anymore. I just go on Spotify, pay for Spotify every month, and then listen to whatever I want.
They say mental health. Well, the whole thing with mental health is that, let's be real. It's a different era than what people have traditionally studied. We're studying really old models. The people who are up there who are considered professionals. One, they didn't fucking use marijuana in any of these studies. So a lot of things they're saying, I'm not going to entertain them at the end of the day because they haven't thought about marijuana. And I contend that marijuana would help a lot of those things. And 2, it's a different era than what it was back then. It's all digital. We're a totally different world than we were 20 years ago. The whole traditional sit there and talk about your problems therapy. I don't like that. It's a shit model. I think it's stupid. Why are you going to relive all these fucking horrible problems and make yourself feel bad? Just move on. That's my opinion. If you fucked up, you fucked up. Some people are always going to judge you no matter what you do. Why are people going to worry about he has a record. I'm never going to talk to that guy again. Well, I'm not talking to that guy again either. People are going to be that goddamn judgy. You know what I mean? Fuck.
100%. Which is honestly why I can't stand that we have all these geriatric fellows in Congress and our Supreme Court in the House. We got all these. Everything's developing so fast, but we got everybody in office is over 70.
All right, Captain. Now those are the couple exceptions. We're talking most modern shit. Now, the 60s and 70s was probably the peak for rock, if we're being honest. We hate to say it as rock fans. A lot of us like rock, but let's be real. They're not producing rock anymore. There's not. They are, but it's just never going to be as popular as it was back then. And, albums like, Pink Floyd, The Wall, Led Zeppelin, Black Dog and all that. It's fucking amazing. Totally amazing. Yeah, well, that's another thing, too, that pisses me off, Cole. I just thought about this, about the whole mental health thing, is that they constantly push, call this number, call this number, call this number. And, man, I used to work the call center at the VA, and I don't think maybe but once when somebody was, actively suicidal did I even refer to the number, because a lot of the times they just, they'll go, well, how you doing? And the people say, well, I'm feeling jittery, I don't know. And then, the second that they can't control it, they'll call in the wellness check. And tell me one good thing that's ever come of a fucking wellness check when people coming with guns to see how you're doing. It usually doesn't occur to be good. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers will call in a wellness check and they'll find ancillary shit on you. I
It's never like I've had the police show up at my door unexpectedly maybe 3 times in my entire life, and every single time it's just I open the door, I'm like, God damn it, you motherfuckers again! Like, not a fan, I gotta say. They're just,
Right.
they're
It's like,
just nosy. Like, go away. Like, nobody. I don't want you here.
well, it's like, I mean, there needs to be some kind of protection to where, okay, if I call the police, or if not the police, if I call the mental health line, and freaking they're advising me they can't call law enforcement. There has to be like an umbrella protection thing to where if the law enforcement comes, they're not gonna start arresting me for shit I got there. Oh yeah, over there's I see there's some acid, you might be doing. It looks like you're going to jail. Good help there. Good help there. You fucking get somebody arrested for some drug possession and throw them in fucking jail. They're never gonna call that number again, ever.
Yeah, they need to have some kind of oath that, like, what is it? The lawyers and the doctors have, where it's like patient, doctor / lawyer, confidentiality. Yeah. So I guess they need to extend that to people, mental health, like, I don't know, chat lines or whatever as well. But still, that's what they're gonna do. Is they're gonna go do it, like they're gonna make the call to the police as soon as they lose control. But police officers are not, as much as I like to shit on the police, I don't mean this as a negative thing. Police officers are not equipped to handle a situation like that. They're just beefed up ex football players in high school with a gun, you know what I mean? They're handling muggings and robberies, you know what I mean? Like, they're not meant to deal with somebody who's not okay,
Right. If you're out there, man, contact a friend on Facebook. If you told anybody, hey, I'm not feeling good, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself, or you say those words, I don't want to say them because I don't want to trigger any YouTube censors, because that's the world we live in. But if you're saying those words and somebody be a fucking dick to turn you down, I mean, maybe they'll be like, oh, hey, I'm in the middle of a business call, or I'm fucking somebody. Okay, that's a different story. But 99% of the time, that person's going to help you. I think you're going to do a lot better job. Even guys like Don down there. What's up, Big Don?
Or you do what I did, and you nut up and deal with it like a responsible adult.
Well, not everything. We not. You do. Hey, you can't go saying that now, because sometimes there's been periods in everybody's life where you've doubted yourself. Maybe you've been drunk. Maybe like Don when he was on stage, and he was supposed to headline the fucking premiere show for our show, and he gave me 5 fucking minutes and told his ex-wife to suck his dick live on camera in front of fucking 150 people. Sometimes not every day is our best. You know what I mean? So I can't agree with the whole thing. Of course, she maybe deserved it, but the 150 people watching the show, they didn't deserve it.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. Fair
Cole
enough.
doesn't know what we're talking about. So Cole, here, I got to brief you. So what happened was, we're still doing gummies for super chats, by the way.
It fucked up, Joe.
Yeah, somebody buy me a shot.
Yeah, nobody's buying Cole a shot yet. Nobody's buying Cole a shot yet, bro. We need to buy Cole a shot.
All right. I was supposed to headline. I had just started going through the process of getting divorced after 19 years of being with my ex. All right. I told these motherfuckers that night I did not feel comfortable being a headliner because of everything I was going through. I started drinking. So when they called my name to go up on stage, I am fucking high as a kite. I'm lit. So they hand me the microphone, and the whole night my ex had been harassing me. So I went up, obliterated, and the only thing I could think of to talk about was the psycho. So I go in hard, as hard as I could. Like, I watched it back, and I was like, okay, I didn't have to do half the stuff I did. All right. And at the end, I look at my friend's videotaping, but she's doing it on Facebook Live. And I was like, oh, we're on Facebook Live. I guarantee you she's watching this. Hey, suck my dick. Oh, it was bad, bro.
I like it.
100% out of, like, I had no business being on stage. Nonetheless.
First off, I don't remember you ever seeing those additional parts. Well, I mean,
I did.
You were probably, I mean, I did give edibles to everybody that night. So you might have been really additionally high than you probably thought you were. So I can see on that part. We got a question from Doof, though. This is for Cole. Justin, he asks this every show. So this is a standard new question. Justin Bieber or Death by Steamroller? What would you rather have? So far, Justin Bieber's won. It's 3-4.
I don't want to give this answer, but I don't know who the fuck Steamroller is or Death by Steamroller.
No, he's talking being run over by a steamroller. Like actually.
Getting run over. I still would go with fucking Justin Bieber just because, like,
yeah, you still want to live.
I dig myself too much. You know what I mean? If I have to listen to Justin Bieber for a day or get run over, I'm good. You know.
Shots time! It's shots time. We got it finally. Shots time from the UK. Between all right, so pour your shot. He's got the shot ready. All right, I'll do a cookie too.
We have made it season.
Yeah, we did it. Do you have any shots to do, Don? No.
No. I'm cool. I'm chilling. I just got off work, man.
Oh, hey, listen. Nah, would you be willing to do? We got this show going on right now. Thank you, mad love to Doof and Lep. Appreciate it, brothers. Listen, hey, we do get a whole Cleveland Pale now. Finally, cool. That's awesome. Listen, goddamn, I keep forgetting what I was thinking about.
Can you swallow before you talk? That would be greatly appreciated.
I was thinking about what I was going to talk. I can't remember now. Fuck.
What about a show? I mentioned Amazon, and you started to say.
Oh, that's right. All right. So we got this show we're doing 30 days of things that suck. God damn, I dropped an edible on the floor. I have to pick that up in a second. But I was going to say, you should come up and do Amazon. Like, you should come up and talk about how Amazon sucks, but you're still working for them, so you can't do that.
Oh, I don't really give a fuck. I've been trying to get fired since 2020. Let me tell you how Amazon sucks. You know the commercial that they keep playing? What can Amazon do for you? I'll tell you exactly what Amazon can do for you. I woke up an extra hour early all this week just because you guys want to keep ordering shit. That's what Amazon can do to me. It's putting me in an early grave. My body is beat to death. I got to wear these stupid clodhopper fucking shoes, effing shoes. I know we're trying to stay monetized.
No, you can swear. You're allowed to swear. We just can't put it in the title of the show, and we don't want to, like, have the show be like, F word saying contest or something like that, basically.
Right, I got you. All right. Well, and now, not to mention the new hires that come in, they all get a $3,000 bonus and start out at a higher pay rate than the people that have been there for a year. So what can Amazon do for you? Absolutely fucking nothing, okay?
Wait, so
I got something to say.
Go ahead, Cole. I'll say, go ahead.
Okay, so I feel your pain that, Amazon probably does suck. But it kind of goes back to when my brother worked for McDonald's over here in Mayfield Heights, all right? This is the best McDonald's that I've ever been to in my life. Like, it's always clean. They never get your fucking order wrong. Everything's on time. Like, it's a decent situation. Well, my brother went to go work for that McDonald's when he moved up here. And after about 6 months, he's like, fuck it, I hate that place. He quit. They're just a bunch of slave drivers. Fuck Tony, the guy who owns the place or owns the franchise. And I had to tell him, I'm like, okay, you may think it sucks because you work there, but as a customer, that place is fucking awesome. It works. Like, I'm sorry, I hate it that capitalism ruins the worker, but as a customer, it's fucking awesome. Like,
well, it does. Capitalism needs people.
Me? What do I do now? I'm a DoorDasher. That's it. I don't have a job.
Okay, I DoorDash as well. Now, another thing that really fucking grinds my gears is people that DoorDash but don't want a tip. You know what?
Yeah.
Delivering your food for $2.50 friggin' cents.
I just don't, though. I just don't take those orders because I'm allowed to pick what orders I take.
Orders.
So that's they don't tip. I don't take it. Fuck it. It doesn't bother me that much. So.
Well, it's like this, bro. You're delivering food to people who don't have a car to fucking leave the house. How much money you think these fucking people
I thought about that too.
No, I'm delivering food to people that are too fat and lazy to get off their lazy asses and go get their own fucking food. Okay,
that's a lot of it too. There's a lot of it too.
It's about being too lazy and going, we'll just dash it. We'll dash it.
90% of customers can't even like open their door for the DoorDash or the Uber Eater. They just leave it at the door. Okay.
To bring it up 4 flights of steps and bring it to their door. No, you can come down to the lobby and get this shit.
I can't even get in the building, you son of a bitch. Like,
dude, a naked midget answered the door one day. I have a fear of midgets, but I love boobs. I was confused.
I've been lucky. The only person that's ever opened the door half naked for me so far, I've been doing it for about 2 years, was just this smoking hot bitch in the middle of the night. It was awesome. Past that, I haven't had any other weirdness to it.
Hot for being 3'2". I'm like, duh. Ooh.
It's like a mini Barbie.
I mean, I don't even know why people ordered DoorDash for the simple fact, when was the last time you remember getting DoorDash or Uber Eats and you had fries that weren't cold as absolute fuck? Dude, the fries I get in the drive-thru are warm at best and 90% of the time. They're never fucking warm. And that's half these fucking orders. They'll get like 40 nuggets and 4 fries, and it's like, oh, here's a bunch of soggy-ass fries. It's $30 on my pocket. I'll never get back.
That's what I have had a theory about that. They need to start doing kits everywhere. That needs to do cold kits so you can just pop in your oven. So we can just drop it off.
You got to drop the deets. Drop it now. Did you get on or what?
You bang the naked hot. I wish, man. She was fine as all hell, but she left me a big tip.
Nice.
So I will. I was cool with that.
Right.
So, what's up?
I said just the tip, right?
Yeah, just the tip, unfortunately.
I remember when those days. I got a cough.
Oh, and by the way, the Deshaun Watson joke, Joe, your joke kind of sucked. My Deshaun Watson joke was a lot better. There's 50 species in Mexico that killed. Hold on, my Ring camera went off. I think my microphone died because the Ring camera went off. But there's 50 species of animals that can kill you in Mexico. In Cleveland, we only have one. It's the Cleveland Browns. And I don't care what anybody says. Oh, the Browns are getting better. That's absolute bullshit. Deshaun Watson had 24 pass attempts and could not complete a one.
Well, it's like this, bro. These chicks are too stupid to get a job in a regular school, so they're out calling massage therapists on Instagram. I mean, what the fuck do you expect? These people aren't like the geniuses of the world.
And the massage therapists don't offer a happy ending.
Well, it's like this too. I mean, at the end of the day, he could have just fucking put out on Facebook, hey, I want a bunch of fucking chicks to give me hand jobs for $8. They'd do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he did it, if I'm being honest with you. Like, maybe some things were said or misconstrued here and there, but I'm the kind of person that, like, I don't know, I'm never a victim denier, but this is one of those instances where I was like, I don't know. Girls
just wanted the money. The first one out and complained, and everybody else was like, oh, I smell blood in the water. Let me hop on this and get paid real quick by claiming that he just costed me too. No, he didn't. Well,
it's like this too, man. How could trauma be based on how much money people make? Like, if Cole Clayton and Joe Varell go to the fucking massage therapist and get hand jobs, you know, we're not getting multi-million-dollar lawsuits against us. But, you know, fucking Deshaun Watson goes there and he gets a handy, you know, he's getting a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. What's the difference in trauma? Like,
what happens to us, we just get kicked out. Like, we just get told not to come back. You know what I mean? So.
And as far as whether or not I would rather be raped by Deshaun Watson or Bill Cosby, I'll take Bill Cosby any day of the week, because the chances of him falling asleep for that little blue pill are a lot better than me surviving a 28-year-old with a fucking steam.
That's very true.
That's what I was saying.
And the chances of you are enjoying it are a lot less with Bill Cosby. Like, there's practically 0% chance of enjoying it with Bill Cosby. There might be a slight percent chance you're, like, attracted to Deshaun Watson in some way. So you don't want to risk that, I guess. So
he's shredded. You don't want to take the chance.
Right,
Like, what if I like it? Like,
Yeah,
I like these
a little
abs.
weird, but he's got a six pack.
right.
Right, if you got a floppy 83-year-old coming in, who cares? What's he going to do? He's probably not even going to pop. He probably can't even come
I
anymore.
could probably take Cosby, like, like.
Oh yeah, straight fight. I will whoop the fuck out of Bill Cosby.
I could probably take Deshaun Watson too, but I don't want to take the chance of being wrong.
You are
So,
great overstating your abilities at this point. He is a athlete.
I mean, we're the same age. Give him that much. I don't know I'm a 6-footer myself, so.
All right, so if I was to say who you look like, Cole, I would say if Dan Marino and Bam Margera had a baby, that'd be you. What would you think?
That's great. Oh shit, I agree 100%. I've never heard that before either.
I don't know what made me think of that. I was like, God, he looks just like Bam, but no, Danny Football. That's it, Dan Marino, right there, baby. And your last name Clayton too, because back in the day, Dan Marino threw to Mark Duper and Mark Clayton as it was the wide receiver tandem. So that just fucking
you're right. Yeah, Mark Clayton. Yeah,
instant connection.
Bam Marino.
Cosby tried a guy. It was legal bills in a couple cases, and my job was hired him and told you to pay $9.5 million. My God, that's a lot of money. So Cole, do you watch wrestling at all or no?
I haven't actually watched it in years, but I like keep up with it, if that makes any sense. So I fucking love that shit, but I don't have cable anymore, so it's like I just went to streaming. So
it's hard to watch, but keeping up on it's a lot easier.
Yeah, like I follow a lot of wrestlers on social media and stuff like that.
Like I honestly say,
keep up with the tabloids, I guess.
Probably 2 years, but I'm caught up as far as the shit going on.
Well, there's so many fucking belts, man. It's
yeah, I've noticed that.
I mean, I don't know who this is the Raw Women's Tag Belt. It's like, okay, they got a women's belt and they only got a Raw exclusive women's belt and they got a tag team belt too. That's like
there are no longer tag team belts. They did away with them.
Oh, did they? Okay. They probably didn't have enough people to do it.
No, because the two ladies that had it walked out of the company because they didn't want to lose to each other.
Okay.
That's dumb.
Yeah, so you watch a lot of wrestling there, huh, Donnie boy? I'm just kidding.
I don't watch it. I just keep up with it.
Wrestling is funny because wrestling is the only thing that you could ask people about, and nobody ever was like, yeah, I'm really into that. People are like, I kind of watch it, but it's not really my thing, totally. I haven't really watched it.
It's because it's gay, like on the real, like.
Yeah, I watch 2 sweaty men.
Right. I gotta be honest. I'm more into the women's wrestling than I am in the men's wrestling.
Women's wrestling is friggin' atrocious.
The problem I have with the women's wrestling is that they
no.
Well, they don't.
They're so hot, like.
The characters are so random and stuff. They're
athletically souped up Barbie dolls.
Right.
I love it. It's my favorite part.
Oh, so you like the athletic build? You don't like the big old floppy boobs and stuff. See, I would like a D cup or higher division with no bra. It'd be a lot more entertaining for me, dude.
I don't watch women's wrestling for the wrestling. I watch it for the women. Like, come on.
That's true. But I mean, I'd rather see boobs bounce around. Some of these bros don't even have like A cups with the push up, and I know that's a horrible thing to say. They can't control that, but I mean, can we have a Division 4 fans like me? Is that?
I think that's a generation thing because I'm an ass man, and I've noticed like with the Xers, you guys are all titty people. All of your whole generation love titties. Me, I'm not. Me and most of the people my age, we're all ass people. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is.
That's a good point.
My girlfriend now, she has a great ass, but up until then, I was never an ass man.
I mean, ideally, you got both, but I mean, I'm
right.
I mean, it's hard. This is a weird thing to say, but it's kind of hard to have a bad ass. I mean, if for most chicks, I mean, you could have a banging ass, but like, I mean, there's not.
Have cottage cheese ass.
I would say 70% asses are acceptable. You know what I mean?
70%, yeah.
Cleveland, bro.
Rico says, Rico Zorro, friend of the show. Check out Rico Zorro if you haven't picked him up, guys. Let's get him to the 42 before today's over. Oh, Cole, what's your YouTube, bro? I haven't. I know I'm sub to it. Isn't it like sniffing glue or some shit? What's it?
Yeah, all my platforms are Sniffing Glue 22. So like you
hold
can follow
on.
me on everything.
Let me drop your YouTube here so we can get some love on that. Let me look this up. All right. Boom. Let's see. Filters. Channel. Yeah, which one are you? There's so many of these.
Should just be a picture of me.
Hold on. Let me go to my subs. You're on my subs. I know that. Let's see.
Somebody stole my name.
I'm subbed to 600 and I'm subbed to almost 600 people. That's awesome.
Nice.
Oh, here we go. Sniffing Glue 22. Okay, here we go.
How many subs does he have?
He's got 116 right now. So here's his here's Mr. Cole's channel. So if you like what you see today, check it out. Give the guy some love. Robin says, I have a butterfly. My butt looks nice from the side, but head on it's like a quad of butterfly wings. I'm also, it's like, I mean, the obvious quote unquote badass. I mean, you can say, oh yeah, that person, you know, like the ones in the memes occasionally, but like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really look down there too much. I mean, I'll look to see if it's there. If it's a bang one, I'll notice, but like, I'm so hyper focused on the tits and making out that it's like, this is just whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's a deal breaker for me. It really is. Like, if she doesn't have like a fat ass, like, I'm just like, this isn't gonna last. Like, I've told bitches that. So I don't know. Like, I date black girls too. You know what I mean? Though, like, it's a thing. You know, to the point where I don't even fuck with a lot of white girls because of it. So
Sorry, bro. I cannot see you pulling a black chick.
you can not see it all you want, but it happens.
Right. He does that shit, bro. I mean, it's Mayfield, dude. Like the classy black girl.
Okay. I didn't know. I've never.
Yeah, he's not living on Denison, bro. He's not dealing with the fucking EBT mafia, bro. He's talking about girls who like went to college and he got a job. You know, they probably drive like a fucking Mercedes. You know, they got a fucking actual
like
fucking
a Hyundai. Like, it's not that nice out here. Maybe Highland up the road, but
you got an actual coach person instead of the knockoff coach person. You know what I mean?
It says coach.
You might find a Coach bag, but it'll be at Goodwill.
Right. I'll tell you what, man. If you get the hook up on fucking coach purses, that's the way you get a lot of get in the good graces of a lot of chicks. You know what I mean? Get that they get that purse connection. When I was in Korea, dude, I came back with like fucking 10 purses, like 10 fake purses, and I just gave them out to like every chick I knew. Every chicken. It were only like $3 a piece, $10 a piece, whatever. It was whatever. I got a bunch of jerseys though. Even this jersey right here, this Mike Schmidt jersey, came from Korea in 2004. It was made in Korea. And even says made in the USA, but it's not made in the USA. It's made in Korea.
So how was the poison last night?
What'd you do, bro?
I said, how shitty was the Poison Motley Crue concert last?
I'll tell you what. Poison was about how you would think. I mean, they're whatever. Poison was okay. Def Leppard was really good. They outperformed what I thought they were going to do. I really fucked with it. And then Motley Crue, they for some reason were playing a lot of old shit. When I say old shit, they played like 3 or 4 songs off their first album, like their first one. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't really know those songs. And it was already pushing like 10:30, so we cut out about 2-3 songs early.
Yeah, their first album wasn't really all that, you know.
Joan Jett?
We were there for about half of Joan Jett because the show started at 4:30 and we left here about 3:50. And I mean, we're going down 9th and walking the stadium, got in about 5, right about 5 or so. So I mean, it was we were there for a good 5.5 hours. I mean, it was a long thing. There was a good break in between the two bands. The first in between Joan Jett and Poison, there was a big break. In between Poison and Def Leppard, there was a huge break, probably like an hour almost.
Yeah, I heard Def Leppard's good though.
Def Leppard fucking rocked it, dude.
I love Def Leppard.
They were so good, man. And it was fun because I bought the T-shirt because Kim's like, "Oh, give me a T-shirt." I was like, "All right." So I got it. It was like $50 for the T-shirt. And we go out the stadium, dude. There was no less than 15 people. Like, oh yeah, we got T-shirts. The exact same T-shirt, just paid $50 for $20. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess I gave the fucking artists what they want. But how did the police just allow that? I mean, I don't get that. I mean, I guess they don't care that much. But I mean, it's clear unless it's the band fucking doing it. You know, maybe it's their homeless outreach program.
Move the merch. All right, I'm gonna get off here. I just wanted to hop on and check in and be a part of a show for the first time since I got off in time to get on the show.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. All right, we'll see you, Randy.
Early fucking shows, man. Some of us have real jobs. We don't sit behind a computer all day.
Well, I'm sorry, bro. We have a huge English following, so we have to go when the fans want us to go. I'm not going to go when half our fucking fans are in bed, bro. It's not fair to them. It's not.
Well, I salute the uncircumcised British men.
Bro, that's not. They're not. Okay, first off, I'm. Hey, listen, motherfucker. You know I'm intact, so you can't be talking about.
Don't offend where the money comes from, bruh.
All right, Don, you got a lot to earn about England. A lot to British. Captain says that's true because Captain is in Northern Ireland, so it's British, not just English. And we do have Scottish subscribers as well. So I apologize, Derek.
Yesterday, my name was Scottish.
Your name is Scottish. Okay. We'll have to look that up. I know 2 or 3 Scots guys we can get on the show, bro. Some Scotsmen. We can get them up here to tell you about your history. There's probably a statue. You're great.
And then it's Gaelic of all things. And Jim was like, Gaelic? That's the last time I ever Googled what my name means. Because, that made me feel less than a man.
Nice. Well, I thought, sure.
Enjoy the rest of your night. Good meeting you, Cole. I'm going to get out of here, though.
Nice meeting you, too, as well, man.
Peace.
All right, see you, Don. All right, enough of that guy. No, I'm just kidding. Don's a nice guy. Yeah, he was man. Back in the day when we first started, Cole, we would all come out. We had me, Tom, Don, and Pat, and then Don. Well, then the pandemic hit, so we went virtual for a while, and then Tom ended up having another baby with his wife. So he was like, I'm not gonna be out here for a while, which is understand because he's taking care of 3 kids under 6, and then that's when Don started working at Amazon. And motherfucker, he was working 70-hour weeks, dude. That poor guy's worked to death. I mean, he's gotten a lot of money out of it. I think he's paid some bills off, but fuck alive, man. Wait, what he was saying ain't bullshit. You're just a damn human robot to those people, bro. It's ridiculous.
That's how it goes, though. The only way to get ahead in this life anymore is to just turn life off and go to work all day, every day for weeks. It really is ridiculous.
Well, it's such a mind suck too. Because what's going to happen, man, is that your generation and younger people knock them for not wanting to work for whatever, and it's a double-edged sword. I get the employers struggle. They want this and that, but I mean the thing people don't realize is that there's not as many as there is the old people. There's a lot more spoilage going on than people realize. Boomers and shit. They're not trying to see their kids fucking not succeed. Maybe not even boomers now, but a lot of times boomers are the grandparents. So they're just dumping money at kids. Oh yeah, you ain't got to work, sweetheart. Young Kaylee, go sit at your house, Kaylee. We'll give you a bunch of money, and then they just sit there and fucking take pictures on Instagram all day, act like they're influencers, and they're really not doing shit when you trace the income down, dude. So, I mean, it's wild out there, bro. What are your thoughts on your generation and younger, especially younger people around 20, 24, that kind of bracket, and in terms of work and their work ethic?
Well, as the oldest, I actually have a strong opinion on this, because I have a lot of siblings that are of that younger Gen Z generation. I don't think they've been given enough time to understand that it's, you got to work for yourself. You got to work, they haven't had, because everything is so causal for them. They're, as the generations go on, they're leaving the house later. I know people my age that haven't even moved out of their parents' house yet. I'm 28. I'm almost 30 years old. You know what I mean? Whereas I'm sure by your age, you probably met a lot of people who are out the fucking door at 18 years old. It's just, I don't think it's their fault. I think it's the parents, and again, I don't even hate them for it either, because they just want what's best for their kid. And the housing crisis, I say crisis, but it's really just housing in general is so expensive. And you need credit to get an apartment. The shittiest living situation you can really find an apartment, and you need decent credit. You can't get an apartment at 18. You know what I mean? So And if you live with your mom until you're 25, you still can't get an apartment. You know what I mean? So, like, it's a weird system. Someone's got to give. It's nobody's fault other than the people who own things. Like, you just got to accept that when somebody moves into your rent house or your apartment, they're gonna tear shit up sometimes. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with jobs. You can't ask for 10 years of experience at an entry level job. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta have new people, and that's really how you develop loyalty. Anyway, you take care of the people who are new. Then you never need to fucking hire every so often. That's why we're in the middle of a labor shortage. Nobody fucking wants to work. I don't have a real job. I work DoorDash and Uber Eats. I won't go back to a normal job if I don't have to, because why? Like, I make more money. I make my own fucking time. Make the job worth it, you know? Like, I understand that you need to make a profit, but how much is a profit? How much is just you being greedy, you know? So it's really just the people in charge, if you ask me.
All right, he got us on technicality. If you want to take a shot, go ahead. I am going to do a gummy.
I'm in it.
All right, Cole's down for it. Hell yeah. Doof, salute, brother. Hell
I'm
yeah.
a twofer goofer.
That's 1 pound, too. Whatever 1 pound is. That was a lot less than it was a week and a half ago. The pound is tanking. Maybe it's just a euro. I don't know. I got to know now. Okay, Google. How much is 1 pound in American dollars?
1 pound equals $1.19.
Thanks for the $1.19, Mr. Doof. All right, toke to the head, so he says it's toke time. I'm down for that. So you are a fan of the cannabinoidal arts, I must assume, correct, Mr. Clayton?
Cannabis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weed. Now, do you have a weed card? Are you a fan of the weed card program?
I do not have one because I am pro-gun. So I choose guns over weed, especially when I could just buy weed off the streets, you know? So but I don't, if it didn't have to do, if it didn't mean I have to give up my gun rights, I would definitely get one. 100%.
Wants to know what Serge wants to know what you're drinking.
I am drinking Southern Comfort. Everybody hates on it. I'm probably the only person alive that drinks this shit. I'm probably keeping Southern Comfort in business, but it is my favorite whiskey. It tastes like sweet tea, honestly, like peach tea. I love it. I mean, it's not my absolute go-to. Like, I like Buffalo Trace and Maker's Mark a little bit more, but you know, this is my go-to because it's cheap. So I drink this a lot more.
Well, it's like you're a DoorDasher. You know, you're not a millionaire if you're doing DoorDash.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying you couldn't be a millionaire someday, but if you were a millionaire at that time, you're probably not doing DoorDash.
Right.
I mean, God bless all the DoorDashers, but I don't think any of them became a millionaire being a fucking DoorDasher.
No, you gotta invest and work on other businesses. You know, so it's a good job to have. Frees up you some time to do other things. But this right here, what I'm doing with you, is where I'm trying to make my millions. So just being funny and chit-chatting for the most part.
Fuck yeah. Well, it's interesting about I don't know if you can put fentanyl in weed. I'm not an expert on that. But, I mean, at least here in the States, most of the weed is either right from a dispensary or from somebody who grows it. You know what I mean? It's because it's like, let's be real, it's a well-known secret that 60% of the weed out of California just gets put right in the mail to different places. I mean, if you're buying weed in Texas, if you're buying weed in Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, shit like that, you're probably getting California weed shipped direct via mail to some guy like near Cole. I'm not saying we sell weed, but I'm saying, you know, people like us, you know, and they just get it in a big fucking package from the fucking postal service, and then they just go out and cut the ounces. I mean, I've seen the fucking messages. I had 5 in the past. Shockingly, those guys aren't there no more. They probably got busted.
I've had people try to send me shit in mail. I'm like, nah, I'm not going out like that.
Right? I mean, could I get away with it a couple times? Sure. But I mean, drug across straight lines, bro. It's fucking federal crime. I mean,
I didn't even like going across Michigan with my buddy who had a weed card. This shit was in his name. I'm like, I don't know about all this. Like,
Shit, I don't give a fuck. I go up there all the time. I made it an open secret. I mean, it says right in the fucking package where I get my weed from Michigan. I mean, it's not a secret. I mean, it's 70% cheaper up there. I mean, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, I'm a struggling YouTuber out there, bro. It is what it is. But like, it's interesting with the firearms. Do you know the law? What is the law with that? Because like, I mean, I got my medical card, but I also have a firearm. I don't have a concealed carry. Now, is there a law stating I can't do both? I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I can just say it's the wife's gun.
Yeah, I think pretty much every state has mandated that if you have a marijuana card, you're giving up your rights to own a gun. Now, you said your wife owns a gun?
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's okay. That's fine, right? Yeah. But if it's in your name, it's like a felony. So it's kind of a big deal, you know. So
I don't know. I think it may be a little hyperbole. Because I mean, if they want to come, if you want to come arrest me, go ahead, guys. It'd be great for the fucking channel. So if you're out there, you want to arrest me for what I just said, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say no. I'm not.
I mean, all your British friends know that this is the Wild West.
Right. I mean, it's the States, dude. Well, it's like this. What I've read is that the two lists are not, like, the law enforcement can't look at the weed list and the weed list can't look at the law enforcement list, something like that. So, like, there's no physical way to do it unless it gets brought up. Like, if I want to go get a concealed carry, then maybe. But even then, they just passed the law where it's open carry. You
don't need a concealed carry anymore, I don't think, right?
Yeah, it was July 1st, I think it was. July 1st or June 1st where they passed it, you could just open carry. For those of you guys in the UK wondering what we're talking about, you can buy a firearm now and just carry it like in a waistband or in a holster, like you're in the Wild West, wherever you want, hide it, whatever, with no license or training or whatever. It's such ridiculous.
Yeah, that's countrywide, where countrywide is open carry. But the state of Ohio got rid of concealed carry licenses, meaning you don't need a license to conceal carry anymore in the state of Ohio. You can just put your gun in your pants if you want to. You know, so like, I believe if a police officer asks if you're concealing, you have to let him know. But past that, you know.
This is gonna be an interesting test, Doof. When we get over to the UK, bro, we're gonna see if we're gonna go through some of those quote unquote bad areas and see how bad it is compared to like places like Camden, New Jersey, Gary, Indiana, St. Louis,
East Cleveland,
Hollywood, California, East Cleveland, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan. There's Flint,
Michigan, Houston.
All of Houston, right? There is some serious deep parts of fucking New Orleans. Dude, there are some serious bad areas. When I say bad, there is a sign. I got to look up the authenticity. I think it's real, but I think it's in California. It says this is a carjacking area. Like, so keep your cars locked or whatever. Like, I wouldn't want to live there in a neighborhood that says this is a carjacking area. Like, not in a million years. No, sir. I would start a vigilante group before I fucking had a sign put up. Like, if they're trying to put that sign up in front of my house, I'd be like, nope, you ain't doing it. You ain't fucking doing that shit, bro. No way.
You know, I don't mean to shit on England or, you know, the UK in general, but if there are spots that are designated for carjackings, I would go there and just watch all day, watch these motherfuckers hop in these cars, and then try to just, like, zoom off in those little tight corners on those brick roads. Because you know he has to do it slow, and he has to watch the backup cam. And the other guy's like, I guess he's taking my car. You know what I mean? It takes like 3 hours to back out of anywhere because everything's so overpopulated over there in Europe now.
See, well, Europe was built like before the car, I believe. So it's like,
yeah, there's no room for them.
Dude, when we drove in, I drove in a couple times in Europe. Well, the one time I wasn't driving, my dad drove all the time. It was in Ireland. But in Spain, I drove. And, dude, some of those fucking alleys, I mean, they're like, you got like a couple feet on each side, just going through it. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, like the back, like where they park their car. Like, dude, I got the biggest fucking driveway in the world. Like, I could pull up. I could be 5 feet on either side, just pull it in, fucking whatever. It doesn't even matter. I could turf half my lawn. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Dude, these fucking driveways in fucking Scotland and Ireland and Spain and shit, they're so small. You gotta like back in a little bit. Tiny bit. It's like pulling out a car at Fenway Park. Have you ever seen that players lot at Fenway Park? It's fucking ridiculous, bro. I don't know how they probably got so much attention to detail too. Can like even over here, they got all standard shift too, and they're doing it with their left hand. I mean, it's crazy.
They're on the wrong side of the car, if you ask me, too. So
Right, compared to us, man. That was weird. Went to the Virgin Islands, and they had all the cars there are standard, style of American drive style, but they drive on the other side of the road over there because that place is primary place. Yeah, it's really fucking weird, really weird. But nobody really rents cars because the island's about the size like from fucking here to downtown. It was only like 20 miles each way.
right.
Alrighty. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for today's show. Thank you to Mr. Cole for coming up. Appreciate it. I dropped his YouTube right there. If you want to give him some love, if you like his comedy style, he does a lot of cool, shorts, a lot of fun skits, shit like that, man. He's also on Instagram. All the platforms is the same name, Sniffing Glue 22. You got anything else to promote? You got any shows coming up, brother?
No, I'm just kind of been doing stuff like this for right now. Past that, I'm just getting my shit together. So
good stuff, man. Good stuff. Also, like to thank Pat for coming out and Don for coming out as well. Cheers to the chat, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Later.